The Sinking of the Titanic and Great Sea Disasters is a historical account written by Logan Marshall, first published in 1912, shortly after the Titanic tragedy. The book provides a detailed narrative of the RMS Titanic's maiden voyage, its catastrophic sinking, and the ensuing aftermath, as well as other significant maritime disasters. Summary of the book, The Titanic's Maiden Voyage. The RMS Titanic was a British passenger liner operated by the White Star Line. It was considered the largest and most luxurious ship of its time, hailed as unsinkable due to its advanced safety features. The Titanic embarked on its maiden voyage from Southampton, England, to New York City on April 10, 1912, carrying over 2,200 passengers and crew. The iceberg collision. On the night of April 14, 1912, the Titanic struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic Ocean. Despite efforts to steer clear, the iceberg inflicted a fatal gash below the waterline, causing the ship to take on water rapidly. The ship's design, which compartmentalized its hull to contain water in the event of a breach, proved insufficient as the water overflowed into successive compartments. The sinking. As the ship began to sink, the crew and passengers faced chaos and confusion. There were not enough lifeboats to accommodate everyone on board due to outdated maritime safety regulations. The lifeboats that were available were launched partially filled, leaving many passengers behind. The ship sank in the early hours of April 15, 1912, leading to the deaths of more than 2,500 people. Rescue and aftermath. The RMS Carpathia, a nearby passenger ship, arrived at the scene hours later and rescued approximately 700 survivors. The disaster prompted international outrage and led to significant changes in maritime regulations, including improved lifeboat requirements, iceberg monitoring, and the establishment of the International Ice Patrol. Other maritime disasters. In addition to the Titanic disaster, Logan Marshall's book covers other notable maritime tragedies, providing a broader context of sea travel's inherent dangers during that era. These accounts highlight the perilous nature of sea voyages and the importance of advances in maritime safety. Themes and impact themes. Human hubris. The belief in the Titanic's unsinkability is a central theme, illustrating the dangers of overconfidence in technology. Survival and heroism. The book details acts of bravery and self-sacrifice, as well as the human capacity for resilience in the face of disaster. Socioeconomic disparities. The differing experiences of passengers based on their social class are highlighted, with wealthier passengers having better access to lifeboats. Impact. The Sinking of the Titanic and Great Sea Disasters served as one of the earliest comprehensive accounts of the Titanic disaster. Its publication shortly after the event provided a timely and detailed narrative for a shocked and grieving public. The book contributed to the collective memory of the tragedy and helped galvanize efforts to improve maritime safety standards. The Titanic disaster remains one of the most famous maritime tragedies in history, symbolizing the fragility of human endeavors against nature's vast, unpredictable forces. Marshall's work preserves the stories of those who experienced the tragedy firsthand, ensuring that the lessons learned from the